Peace, this is Queen Sha Mecca.
And this is Sean Reed. And you're tuned in to FTS Radio. Today's topic, side piece to number one spot.
Do they ever really make it there?
Should we start? I think I'm going to start this one off. All right. These are the rules.
There's rules to this now. Let's hear it.
Side piece. My rule is cheating during a whole relationship isn't really good. It's never really good. If a relationship is 90 to 95% over, sometimes it's good to have a spare tire, just in case you break down on the highway and you need a place to stay. Because women decide to kick men out. And the greatest times of the year, usually now when snow is on the ground, once it's snowing and sleet and all of that, this is the time that women decide to kick you out. So I think having a side piece from 90 to 100% toward the end of the relationship is okay. What I want to ask Mecca is, I have my own answer, but what I want to ask you is, how long do you think it takes for a side piece to become the number one? In my opinion, you want to know my opinion or you want to go?
Well, I mean, I'm saying you run a thing, so you let me know. Well,
what I think is, first you start off with Netflix and chill.
Oh, goodness. Well, I come from before the whole Netflix and chill era.
Well, anyway,
that's a bit...
This is the new thing. Netflix and chill or VCR and buns and whatever you want to call it.
Buns. So, go ahead.
All right. So, in my opinion, if you last 6 months, I think we should decide to have a relationship. I mean, that's what I think. We spent enough time together. We did a little buns and we probably went out maybe to breakfast at the Point Cafe. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe went to the Chinese spot, the Pandas. I don't know.
Shout out to the free commercials.
You know what I mean? Big shout to Pandas. Big shout to all the Chinese spots in the area, Point Cafe.
So here's my thing with that. See, there's a whole comfort factor that comes with that, because I have to ask, how comfortable are you being that side chick? Because all of the benefits aren't there, because there are plenty lonely nights. There are times when you don't get those phone calls returned. There are times when you're put on hold. So 99% of the time you never make it to that number one spot, because you weren't put into play to make it to that number one spot. Because when you the side chick, that means somebody already got that number one spot, or else you'd be open to that spot.
But what you got to understand is sometimes the side chick is the one where you get your actual comfort from. Because you got to figure, some people stay in relationships because they have kids there.
Right, but that's selfish though. And it's like, okay, so when do you get to be happy? And I understand that it's easier said than done.
You get to be happy with the side chick.
But it's like, okay, and then you got to come home and be miserable again for the sake of your kids. It's like,
child support is expensive.
All right, but listen, if you taking care of your kids, I know females can be bitter. I understand that, but we got to deal with reality here. Yeah, okay, don't get punched in the face. So what I'm saying to you is, you got to man up. If it's to the point where you're not feeling that female, the sex, the chemistry isn't there, you're not feeling her, you don't want to do the things that you want to do with your main chick with her, you're not, your heart don't pitter patter for her, you're not feeling, you're not attracted, all those other things. If that's not there, why would you keep yourself somewhere where you're just denying yourself the best part of everything? That's stupid and ridiculous to me. Because no matter how many kids you have or how many years you have invested, if it's gone, like you say, if it's 90% gone, well, guess what? If it's 90% gone, let it be 100% gone. Don't half-ass, three-quarter-ass it. Like, do it 100% all the fucking way and say, yo, we're done. That's it. I'm not a hater. I'm being real.
Shout to Peter Gunn.
How would you feel, and you're corny for that, how would you feel if you had a girl that you was in a relationship with and she was just straight cheating on you the whole time because she felt like you wasn't adequate?
90%?
Then you should be done,
It's not always, but it's not always the sex. It's not always sex. Like,
nobody said sex. I added a whole bunch of other things with that.
The sex could still be good and you still hate her. So you just, like I said, you might have a nice apartment.
But see, that's where men are different than females, because when a female loses the attraction,
not all of them.
When a female loses, most females, and
there's some sluts out there.
Any female in her right mind, let me clarify this, all right? Since you want to be, Mr. freaking Donkey Kong right now.
Some cheaters out there.
So anyway, most females in their right mind would not allow any of that to take place, because she knows that there's no. And if you do, I'm done. I can't with you right now.
Females are never in their right mind.
I'm done. I'm not doing
it. Go ahead, finish.
No, because you're being an asshole right now.
Females are very special.
Females can be bitter, at times, but you have to understand that, you got to deal with truth and honesty. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand for something. And my thing is that I would rather, a dude be honest with me and tell me what it is than not. Like, why would I? And like I was saying, any female in her right mind, if she is no longer attracted to that man, his qualities no longer attract her to him, he is no longer going to be sexually attractive to her no more. So this is what I'm saying. There's a difference between men and women, because I'm going to tell you like this. If I'm not feeling you, you ain't getting no buns. It's just straight like that. Like, what I look like giving some whack dude that I'm not feeling, you know what I'm saying, access to my temple. Like, it don't work like that. No. And if you letting it go down like that, you deserve what you get, because you're not setting the standard.
But men will stay. We don't like to let buns go
unless
look,
you compromise your happiness.
Can I talk?
You can, but that's where you compromise your happiness.
Could you relax?
Now you telling me relax after you just
exactly.
I'm not doing this with you.
So listen, this is the thing. Men don't really let buns go unless we got a reserve. Even if we got a reserve, we like, I think I'll stay around here.
That means I'm over here dying right now. So that means that you can't get no new stuff. You just ain't got it like that, right?
Who, me?
Anybody in particular, men.
No,
period.
Men could.
All right. So what's the point of settling for less and continuing to deal with the same old nonsense?
Because men don't care about the relationship. They just
So why stay? Why not be single and be like, yo, I'm not your man. I see other women respected or rejected, because there's females who's gonna respect it and there's females who gonna reject it. So why not be real is what I'm saying.
Why are you so violent?
I'm not violent. I'm being real. I don't need anger management.
Y'all
need soft chicks in y'all life who just be like, yes, sir. Go ahead, do what you want. And that's why y'all relationships be so chaotic, because there's no balance. Like, y'all need females that be like, nah, I'm not trying to hear that. That's not going down.
That's why we need side chicks.
Nah, that's why you need help. You gotta get a main chick first to get a side chick, bro.
None of this is personal. This is all just Facebook and social media.
Yeah, but you know what? Let me tell you this. Nah, I'm being real though. I'm just messing with you, Sean. But I'm gonna be honest. The side chick thing don't always work, and the side dude thing don't always work, because after a while you might catch feelings. And then, it makes it hard for you to want to let go to one person. Like you said, there might be other things involved. And so it's just really not healthy, because sooner or later you got to make that choice, and you might not be able to make that choice, and then somebody else makes the choice for you, and then things happen that you were trying to avoid in the beginning. So it's like, be an adult about it is all I'm saying.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to FTS Radio. Woo! Woo! Don't forget, Sean Reed new album Life is Beautiful on datpiff.com. DJ 250 on datpiff.com. Facebook, Sean Reed, DJ 250 spelt out. Sha Mecca, Facebook. DJ 250 on Instagram. DJ 250 on Twitter. If you can't spell, it's TWOFIFTY. For those of you that really can't spell it, you need it slow. TWOFIFTY. Purrs. I won't cry too long. I take walk cause we both was wrong. The only way to move on is to admit when you know you're wrong. I won't cry too long. I take walk cause we both was wrong. The only way to move on is to admit when you know you're wrong. When we first met, never thought I would fall in love again. Find another person, give my heart and soul again. Now here we go again, aches and pain. Put myself through so much strain. When you first meet a person and both your eyes meet, so right, thinking of being with this person for the rest of your life. Wanna make her your wife, make everything beautiful, but you shouldn't give it your all. Watch what it do to you. A lot of unnecessary hurt and strife. You don't need this nonsense to ruin your life. You can make her your wife, that ain't making it right. Get to know her, make sure she part of your life. Not cause the beetle is right and what she doing tonight. Just remember, make sure her soul is right. It's like, I won't cry too long. I take fault cause we both was wrong. The only way to move on is to admit when you know you're wrong. I won't cry too long. I take fault cause we both was wrong. The only way to move on is to admit when you're wrong. When I met you, I knew you was the one for me, but fell victim. Wish you would've missed this beat. I wanna thank you every day you put in my life. One day I'ma make you my wife. But a lot of things change with the blink of an eye. At first you loved me, then leaving me. Why you leaving? It all started off good. The boyfriend, the girlfriend, love turned into hate. Then your world ain't gossiping, girlfriend. Sean, not good for you. Good enough for her though, not good enough for you. Wanna get physical, maybe have a kid or two. Not into them, I'm only into you. Dumb that you listen to, not trying to hear it. Lies and the rumors just killing my spirit. You listen to the weirdness, now you ain't my girlfriend. This is not the first time, this is where my world ends. I won't cry too long, I take fault cause we both was wrong. The only way to move on is to admit when you know you're wrong. I won't cry too long, I take fault cause we both was wrong. The only way to move on is to admit when you're wrong. A lot of people think that Sean is so bitter. Girls up in court with lies that Sean hit her. Anybody know me, that ain't Reed. In probation, I got like three. Yeah. I'm the first to admit, wear my heart on my sleeve. But you shouldn't take advantage of me. If I fall for a woman, try to give her my heart. But depending, that move ain't smart. Fell in love with the wrong one too many times, and I thought I got it right this time. She was all like a want, all like I asked for. Had the total package. Now I got the right girl. Now I'm in the nice world. Everything glorious. Me and you forever, girl. Nothing going wrong with us. True love belong to us. One big lie. Not sure I'm Xavier, but feel my mind in overdrive. I won't cry too long. I take fault cause we both was wrong. The only way to move on is to admit when you know you're wrong. I won't cry too long. I take